provisions to support that would be highly appreciable. Uh, I believe everyone would love to know when is the final declaration happening after the election,
Of the results.
the results.
Oh, okay. Your first comment. That's not a question, please. Definitely, I think laws in Bangladesh and the constitutional provisions are quite flexible for the dual citizens to both, vie as a candidate after giving up the foreign citizenship and to vote without giving up the foreign citizenship. So that's a very flexible arrangement. To talk about the publication of the result, as I told you, 4:30 is the cutoff time tomorrow for polling, unless there are waiting queue. And once the polling is done, the counting will immediately commence. You can imagine around 2 to 3,000 votes on an average per polling station, multiplied by two because two ballots to be counted, might take 4, 5, 6 hours. So you are expecting the initial results from each of the centers coming in slowly through informal means by early morning tomorrow, midnight to early morning tomorrow. Some even before that. A small centers, some even before that. But official results, compilation will be done the next morning. Thank you.
Hi. Hello. Here. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
go ahead,
yes,
go ahead,
yes.
please.
I'm Kamrud Jaman. I'm from Turkish state television channel TRT World. According to the observation, of course, this election, pre-election violence here less this year, but there are also violences. Problem is that in the previous three elections, for example, there were political government. So there were political pressures on the election commission, political intimidation. But now there is an interim government following a bloody uprising. So still there are some violences reportedly, but the role or action by the election commission seemingly very weak. So why, under this interim government, following a revolution like uprising, you're failing? So how you ensure that tomorrow's election to be held in a free, fair, and inclusive manner, and you will be able to avoid intimidation or violence that has already been reported in the last couple of weeks? Thank you very much.
Okay. May I ask you a counter question? May I ask you a counter question?
Sure, but I'm not.
Okay. No, please. Please.
Okay, sure.
No, the general question, just a
Yeah, yeah.
discussion. Uh, an individual is working when he is seen or not seen.
An individual working
He
with.
seems to be working effectively when he is seen or not seen.
uh, it based on the environment at the time.
If there is nothing happening in this room and you don't see anybody,
Mhm.
the individual in charge of this room is working. Okay.
Right.
So, no, let me ask him, answer his question. I think the first part of your, uh, supposition, I fully agree, and I think there is a general consensus in this country across political aisle, and I mean, people who deal with politics, that election under the neutral government structure is always better. And Bangladesh has been pioneer in this sense, starting from 1991. And our elections in 1991, 96, 2001, and for that matter 2008 has been quite highly hailed around the globe. And those are all conducted under caretaker government. So naturally, we are blessed as election commission that we have a caretaker arrangement at the moment, interim government in the place, and there's no influence whatsoever from the government. And quite naturally, in country like ours, where you have so much of political skewing, when a political government would be in power and you have to hold an election, there would be influences of some sort. So thankfully, that's not happened. To talk about the overall situation, I think compared to any elections before in our recent memory, we have one of the best environment. Having said that, isolated incidents have happened. It would have been even better if those did not take place. So we are careful. To talk about our preparation, let me tell you, Bangladesh has never fielded so much of capacity in conduct of election in any time before. We have 950,000 plus troops deployed on ground. We have, for the first time, deployment of UAVs, drones, body-on cameras, CCTV coverage in the centers, all for the first time, mind you. So even somebody, desperate guy, is trying to attempt something, I think they will not go off the hook. We will get hold of them even after the post election. And I'm sure this message is very loud and clear on the field, and that is the reason for which you don't see much thing happening. If you have interest, please go back to newspapers of last 10 days. From 13th of December to be exact, Operation Devil Hunt began. We have recovered close to 900 weapons since 13th of December. Mind you, during our uprising, there in the chaos, we lost a good number of weapons from our different security structures. We recovered most of it, and still some still remain lost. So we are fully careful of the situation, the overall environment, and we have taken all measures possible. We have 3 layers security structure, so there is no general threat whatsoever. Isolated events, yes, it can happen, and we'll respond to it. Thank you.
Excuse
Yes,
me.
please. Can I take 3 more questions and conclude? Yes, please.
I'm Alamgir Hussain, the editor of the Daily Desher Kortho and the Daily Express. My question is that using mobile phones within 40 years of a polling center is prohibited.
No.
Why is this directive imposed? And in this case, journalists and how will journalists and observers carry out their works? And social media will be also deprived.
Okay.
What is the last decision of the EC?
Okay. I think there was a confusion related to a circular. I think we have clarified it. This circular was meant for electoral officials and law enforcement agencies, not for others. For observers and media personnel, the policy have been issued in July last year. That policy is right here. These are the policy. This is policy for you. Now, what you can do, what is given here? You can carry your camera, you can carry your cell phone to any place. You can enter these polling stations, you can film, you can do live. Only place where you cannot do live from is the polling booth. From inside the polling booth, you don't telecast live, you don't conduct a live interview, because that will hamper the normal flow of the voters. So you can use your phones. The voters can use their phones. What we don't take responsibility as election officials, the voter cannot also use the phone inside the marking place. So he or she has to drop the phone somewhere. Now that's when situations arise. That he left the phone with somebody and coming back and find that the phone is not there. Instead of holding the election, then you handle another situation. So otherwise, everybody can carry cell phone. There's no problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you for clearing. We are confused. Thank you.
Most
Excuse
welcome.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Well, let me take from him first.
আমি একটু বাংলায় প্রশ্ন করতে চাই।
জি
জি।
জি আচ্ছা বলেন প্লিজ।
জি, আমার নাম বেলায়েত হোসেন, আমি এখন টেলিভিশনে কাজ করি। আমি প্রধান নির্বাচন কমিশনার মহোদয়কে একটা প্রশ্ন করতে চাই, যে আসলে 24-এর গণ অভ্যুত্থানের পর ইতিহাসের এক মহা সন্ধিক্ষণে দাঁড়িয়ে আপনি একটা নির্বাচনের আয়োজন করতে যাচ্ছেন, যেটি অন্য যে কোনো বারের চেয়ে আলাদা নির্বাচন। আমরা দেখেছি কিভাবে মানুষ ঈদে যেভাবে বাড়ি যেত সেভাবে উৎসব মুখর পরিবেশে ভোট দেওয়ার জন্য মানুষ বাড়িতে যাচ্ছে। আমি একটু বলতে চাই যে আসলে আপনার আগের যে 2জন প্রধান নির্বাচন কমিশনার দায়িত্ব পালন করেছেন, তারা 2জনই এখন কারাগারে আছেন। এই যে এই পরিস্থিতি আপনাকে কতটা ভাবায় এমন একটি দায়িত্ব পালনের ঠিক আগ মুহূর্তে এসে?
আচ্ছা, আমি একটু তার আগে, ঠিক আছে, মাননীয় প্রধান নির্বাচন কমিশনার আপনার প্রশ্ন অ্যাড্রেস করবেন। আজকে আমরা মূলত আপনাদেরকে কিন্তু প্রতিদিন আমরা প্রশ্ন করি, উত্তর দেই। গতকালকে আই স্পেন্ড হাফ অ্যান আওয়ার উইথ ইউ গাইজ, বাংলাদেশি মিডিয়া। So আজকে let us give opportunity to our international friends and ask as many questions as they have, because they are being deployed, they are going to the field. আপনাদের যদি অতিরিক্ত প্রশ্ন থাকে আবারও আমরা বসবো। By the way, there are more than, I think, how many booths in our 100 booths in election commission for our local media and the others. Sir, if you want to respond in a line or two, otherwise we'll take the international questions only. হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
এটা একটা এখানে যে ব্রিফিং দিচ্ছি এটার সাথে প্রাসঙ্গিক না, তারপরেও বলি, আমরা যা করেছি এ পর্যন্ত জাতির কাছে যে ওয়াদা দিয়েছি, ফ্রি ফেয়ার এন্ড ক্রেডিবল ইলেকশন অফার করব আমরা ইনশাল্লাহ, সেই লক্ষ্যে কাজ করছি এবং একদম আইন কানুনের মধ্যে থেকেই কাজ করছি, কনস্টিটিউশনাল বাধ্যবাধকতা থেকেই কাজ করছি এবং আমরা যে কমিটমেন্ট দিয়েছি সেই কমিটমেন্টকে ফোকাসে রেখেই আমরা কাজ করে যাচ্ছি, কারণ আমাদের ভয়ের কোনো কারণ নেই।
Thank you, sir. Okay,
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
yes, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Engineer Shimon Ahmed from Hansat Research UK. I have to express my gratitude to the Election Commission. Thanks a lot for your tireless work for this challenging election after democracy, both Election Commission and interim government. I have two questions. The first question, the in-country voting system and out-of-country voting system. Could you ensure that is it observable and auditable?
Yeah, it is. Okay, presence of observers and the media. You can go to any of the polling stations, polling booths, and you can also be present physically at the postal ballot center. And you can see for yourself the counting.